Hello to the amazing people, the Neom here, and welcome to some more Citizen Sleeper. Make sure to check out the playlist and first video here to know what's up, but long story short, we are a escaping person slash slave slash sleeper. Corporations trying to catch us because we are their asset and we want to just be, well, left alone and live our own life here. We regretted our decision of selling ourselves. And well, here we are. We have some people helping us out, and well, hopefully we don't disappoint them. One of them is a cook, one of them is a doctor, one of them is an administrator who will solve our tracker problem here. Yeah, we are being hunted and something is tracking us, following our trail. It won't be long before they arrive. That's pretty scary. So yeah, last time we had a hard decision. So a ship arrived here with some more ship mine fragments. Not sure what we're gonna use these for. Well, ship mine cores we make out of them. Not sure what we're gonna use this for, but well, I really wanna unlock haggling here, so we're gonna be doing that. And I'm gonna delay all the other upgrades, I'm afraid, but it is what it is. We're gonna grab the thrill seeker here, and that was engaged, right? Yeah, it was. So I'm gonna grab the thrill seeker, and then I'm gonna grab +1 engage, and hopefully that lets us haggle. It does. Nice. Now put our best dice in it. Oh, that's 100% positive. What if we put a 4? It's 50-50. Okay. Right. Can you please give me this at discount? Ship mine fragment discount. So basically that gives me a 20 discount. Okay. So I guess I should buy both then, because otherwise it's kind of money wasted, right? There is one problem with this though. I will not have 100 anymore. Money will be a little bit tight now from now on. Right, thank you very much. And yeah, I guess I can fabricate another one now. Yay. What good will that do us? I have no idea, but well, hopefully something good. I can sell components here. I can play the exchange. I'm gonna play exchange because I really need the cash now, I think. Maybe. Okay, that was pretty good. 19 Cyro. Gonna try to get back to 100. So this always works. If I put a 4 in, there's a 25% chance we actually lose money. So let's not do that. And let's go and eat. There we go. Thank you very much. Fungus fan. And yeah, we're gonna use the 4 on the shipyard, I guess. Engineer work. 25% negative. Okay, not sure what the negative here will be. I didn't get it yet, so fingers crossed we don't get it, and we did. We just lost some energy, which could have been worse, I guess. And Fang's still not ready with the Reaper Worms, so we're gonna go here and do another cycle end, and I'm not gonna take the stabilizer just yet. Because the stabilizer fills up the bar to full, and well, don't need that just yet. Okay, Fang. Can you help me get rid of the tracker? As you arrive, Fang comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, Sleeper! He puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you back the way you came. Follow his lead. He steps into the passageway, guiding you down ring towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity. That data ripped. Well done, by the way, he grins. Tells me Harden is making a rare inspection of the side rail horizon this cycle. It's a perfect chance to confront him outside of that compound he hides in. Feng takes a sharp turn into a dimly lit passage. Confront him? That's right, it's the perfect time. Feng slows and slips into the dark service tunnel where somewhere in the black a water pipe drips. It's him, Slipper, the same Harden Harst. Our worm ripped our decades of records that mentioned him by name, an entire trail of documentation from the first days of the solemn collapse until now. He routed out the whole thing, slipped into Heavenage when it first broke off from the Union. He paces in the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, Sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here, running the station one day, and the next, Erlin's union took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the costs higher. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a bird on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the mistakes, the accidents, were coming in non-stop. And as new waves of contractors came in desperate to work, Solheim welcomed them, taking bribes instead of checking pilot licenses. The whole time Solheim was folding up, dragged into court cases in the central systems, while this severed limb of a station still desperately tried to take all it could. The riots came after the collision at Dock 2. A young pilot, his MAV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified, and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erlin, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true, but my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MIV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crews trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. Fang pauses in the dark. They sealed it up, though, and by the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us to the black, apart. Fang finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning. From shits like Harden, shits who held their place, rode it out, and slipped into the new structure like nothing had happened, standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step. Feng starts walking again. That's why I can't just let him strut about the shipyard. This time his past catches up with him. Well, he's pretty determined, and I can't blame him that much. We should think about this. Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna work. Feel free, but I'm going now. Feng rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling you can see ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. This is crazy, dude. Like, maybe we can do it like smarter? Feng turns to you. Don't come then. I won't force you. You stand across from each other in the corridor. What is it then, Sleeper? You coming or not? Well, we need him to help us with the tracker thing, so I'm coming. Feng grins. Let's go show this shithead some consequences. He strides to the shipyard entrance and pushes through the doors. A web of corridors led through the complex snatches of construction bays always appearing through windows. Ships are suspended like veiled corpses, skeletal, imposing. Feng seems to know exactly where he is going, and before long you cross into a huge dry dock locked on one side of the sidereal horizon. A network of platforms and scaffolding links to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. The sun is stretched out by the vast space, so that the welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Feng spot them at the same time, a group walking slowly across a gantry, and at the front two men, one gesturing towards the ship and the other sticked in, cleanly dressed, with a shock of grey hair. Harden. You and Feng say his name in unison, and Feng sets off up the staircase to the gantry, with you following behind. As you come to the same level, the group is passing closer, the foreman gesturing to the work being done throughout the dock, and Hardin nodding along. Hardinghurst! Feng shouts across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo, the figure stern. Yes? Hardin asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Fang, and you see his gaze linger on your body, unsure why a sleeper might be in this place. You're a traitor, Hardin, a Solheim executive who tried to hide here among its victims. Fang's voice is steady, strong. You stand for everything the AI was rebuilt in the shadow of, against everything Erlin stood for, everything Havenage stands for. You have no place on this station. For a moment stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Hardin laughs. Haha, well, good to meet you too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, the others nervous. You are from the systems branch, are you not? Asks Hardin, inspecting Feng's clothing. Feng turns to the foreman. You need to call security. This man is a corporate agent. The foreman glances between Feng and Hardin, his hand drumming at his sides. Hardin leans towards him and says something unaudible. The foreman nods. It's true. As you begin speaking, Hardin turns his attention to you. And what would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent. What are you if not exactly that? He looks around at the group, who are already eyeing you with suspicion. You're a product of SNARP. You have no place in a Havenage shipyard. Who knows what signals you're sending back to your makers? A murmur of approval runs throughout the group. Feng holds up a stick of memory. You guessed right, I am systems, and I have records that link you directly to Soul. I'm right here. He turns to the foreman again. So, once again, I'm asking you to take this man into the custody of the shipyard. The foreman remains still. Hardin's voice is calm, measured. If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at a members' meeting for proper review? He shakes his hand. I have nothing to hide, unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow and tries to turn my own men against me. You hear it now, the echoing sound of boots on walkways coming from all angles at once and then settling behind you. Please, says Hardin, submit the data through the correct channels, then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. He gestures behind you to the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their sides. Feng spits. Hardin, you shithead. You can't wriggle out of this one. A security officer draws their weapon and levels it. Feng turns and stares him down. Oof, calm Feng. We are not winning this fight, dude. We are outnumbered and outgunned. You look at Feng, he shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go, says Feng, and he pushes through security, heading back down the walkway. Yeah, let's leave and fight another day here. Once security has walked you out of the shipyard and nudged you back into the corridor, Feng picks up pace. You try to keep up as he slips into the shadows of an entrance. Feng is grinning ear to ear. You know, Sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pocket and he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connections starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the ring. Got them, mutters Feng. What's going on? Hardin is doing what any snaky shithead always does, calling his friends. We are tracking his outgoing messages. Feng's grin looks ghostly in the uplight of his screen. The old ways are best. Spook them good enough and they'll give the game away. He jabs at the slate and you see the web is being drawn over the map of the ring, lines bouncing from point to point. All these dots? These are Hardin's buddies, the one he's messaging right now, and we're going to find them all. That was on purpose? Of course! Hardin isn't working alone, we need the full set or nothing. Feng glances around and slips the slate back into his pocket. We better split up now, Sleeper, but this is exactly what we need. Good hunting. With a pat on your shoulder, Feng drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard's entrance. You watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed. Well, I need the help to get rid of the thing. Feng! +1 upgrade point, okay. Feng's Bay. Ever since your trip to the shipyard, Feng has been missing from his bay. What's going on? Oh, damn. He promised us. Help Feng chase his leads. Right, so we're gonna have to fight here. And I didn't fight in this game yet, and I have no idea how that's gonna look like. But let's not do it on an empty stomach, shall we? But first, though, let me see. We have a 2, 3, or 6. We'll do a 6. Are we still welcome to the shipyard, though? Apparently we are. apparently they are still willing to work with me, even though, you know. So we have a 3 and a 2 now, so we could go and do some more hacking. Thing is though, I'm a little bit worried about this hunter here, so... Also, we got another upgrade point, so... Do we got any engage actions right now? This is into it, so no. Passage into the low end. Yeah, I don't know. So, should we run? Try to run? Not sure how that works. Should we just go to the shipyard, do some work? Should we go and hack some stuff? Let's go and hack some stuff, I think. Keynotes. Right, I need a 1 or 3 here. Let's find something that requires a 2. Avalanche agent. Oh, we can get more data from this if we upgrade first, so let's not do that just yet. Let's find a node which will take in a 2. There we go, this one will. 5 Cyro. Oh, this is because of the perk thing, and then we get the actual reward here. And that's gonna be another encrypted key, which we don't know what they're used for yet, but sure they're gonna be used for something sooner or later. 1 or 2 here as well. Any trees? Okay, Yatagan agent. It might be interesting to start. Oh yeah, but the hunter thing. Okay, let's not. Okay, let's go to shipyard. It wasn't too bad when we did the 3, right? We did get the negative thing, but it only reduced this by 1. Okay, let's see what happens if we get a negative result. Yeah, okay, we lose condition if we lose the food bar while having minimum energy. So that's not ideal. We are learning the game though, one day at a time. There we go. Okay, and let's go and more shipyard work. Let's see what happens here. Assist a shipbuilder. Yard hand. Wonderful. So we are yard hand now, so we gain access. Side rail horizons assembly line. Hello. Right, so we can work here. And we can work in systems fitting, which takes in interface, which we are really good at. So we can actually like make ourselves a profession here. Interesting. So we can become junior tech, or we can become welder's mate, and after that we can like go for quality control. The sidereal horizon is wrapped with complex systems bundled like nerves in a body. Your job is to lay these systems in. Junior tech. The system team is looking for new members. Prove yourself in reliable tech and you're in. The sidereal horizon is assembled block by block. You earned a place on the teams welding those blocks together. Welder's mate. You have a spot supporting the weld team, a good place to prove you know how to put a ship together. Quality control. Shipbuilding spots on the sidereal horizon are hard to come by. Poor work will see you dropped from the roster. Oh, shipbuilding spots on the sidereal horizon are hard to come by. Poor work, so we need to do good work, otherwise we get dropped. Okay, so only the best dice go here, I guess. And we have Lem and Mina, worker and daughter. Okay, Heavenage offices. Okay, interesting. Fragment supply. Sophisticated tech is rare on the eye, so the shipyard is happy to pay for shipment fragments they can dismantle and reuse. How much? Tracking Yatagan. A slate in the office advertises that Havenage are looking for informants on gang activity in the eye. They'll pay. Oh, I guess we have to, like, hack it, okay? Well, I guess we could go and see how much they pay for one of these. $30, so we're at net loss of 10. Okay. What else? Makes sense though, right? Although these were 60 initially, so I was hoping the price will be somewhere between 40 and 60. Guess not. And let's talk to the worker and their daughter next. From the walkway, the side rail horizon looks impossibly vast. A landscape of plating and frames. All along her flanks torches flicker, drones maneuver, arc lights glint. The sense of scale of industry is both stunning and strangely unsettling. She's quite beautiful, I think. You turn to see a figure a little way down the walkway, leaning at the railing. He is thin, ragged, his work gear poorly fitting and loose. The torches of the side rail horizon flicker in his eyes as he turns to you. Lem, he leans back from the rail, revealing a child standing beside him, staring out at the ship. And this is Mina, he adds with a smile. Hi, Mina. She stares and tucks herself behind Lem, who dutifully picks her up. She's a little slow to trust. Aren't you, Mina? She buries her face in the folds of his overalls. Mina looks out from Lem's chest, a dark brown eye twinkling among the rough material. You working on here then? Lem asks eagerly, gesturing to the vast ship, or just admiring. He shifts Mina's weight to his other arm. Well, working. Me too, me too. He flashes a half-inch pass. I knew it just to look at you. I mean, he stumbles a little over his words, not wanting to be misunderstood. I mean, you look like a worker. She's Mina's and my ticket out of this place. Our escape vector, so to speak. The ship? You haven't heard. Anyone who takes a half-inch contract on the Sidewell Horizon will be entered into a draw for the transit support crew. He smiles. We won't get to sleep the journey though, but a couple of decades of service will be nothing for me and Mina if it means landfall on a new world. He winks. Transit support. Someone needs to stay awake to keep the thing running. He straightens up, stretching his back. That's a colony ship, friend. The Celis Foundation is sending thousands to settle a system well outside the reach of the core worlds. It will be a totally independent colony. No surrogacy, no corporations. Why is it here? Why build it here, I mean? He grins. Don't ask me. I know as much as Mina about that. He ruffles Mina's hair thoughtfully. I suppose many corporations weren't too happy about breaking with the idea of surrogacy, setting up somewhere without it feeding back to the core. Maybe Celis got locked out of the corporate shipyards and had to go begging for somewhere to set up. Homeless. Just like Mina and me. Mina responds by pushing his hand away. Daddy, she whispers. Food. Pulling an exaggerated grumpy face. She glances furtively at you as she plays with a set of dog tags that hang from Lem's neck. I'm just chatting a little, Minnie. I'm just chatting a little, Minnie. Give Daddy a sec. He turns back to you, and you suddenly notice how tired he looks. I'm not on the Heaven-Edge crew yet, but I'll work my way in. You can do it too, friend. We have to stick together. Well, I already did, dude. He smiles a little shakily, and you wonder how long he's been working to break into the official shipyard crew. For sure. He looks out at the side rail horizon as if trying to pull energy from those flickering torches from the vast hall. We've got to hold out, okay? You aren't quite sure if he's talking to you. That's how it works. While he stares out, Mina catches your eye curiously. You agree, Mina? She straightens up and meets your eye. Daddy loves me, she says it stubbornly, daring you to question her. Lem smiles and lifts Mina. That's it, we hold on. He smiles sheepishly at you. You're just a couple of softways, isn't that right, Mina? He sets her down, standing by his side, and she clings to his leg. Gotta go feed this one. He pats her back. Maybe see you on a shift, huh? He turns and they walk down the walkway, away from the shipyard. You see them talking, and then a moment later, Mina turns around and stops. See you, robot. Her shout echoes down the walkway and she flashes you a parting smile before running to catch up with Lamb. You watch them a little before you turn back to the impossible scale of a side rail horizon. A ticket out. Interesting. New drive discovered. Win a side rail ticket. Workers on the side rail crew get entered onto a draw for the colony ship's live-in crew. That's one way of the eye and into a new life. So we can go for this ending, I guess. I mean, I kind of like it. So what, you play this multiple times and each time try for a different ending? That seems like a comforting thought. Well, we still have our problems though, but we have a 6 here and I do plan to use it here to... this is a safe work environment though, look at that. Maybe using a 6 here is like not the best thing to do. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what we need. We have... Let's see how much cash we get here. But like a 5 will also work here, so... Yeah, let's do something harder instead. With that 6. We did everything here, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do the word exchange thing. Because this will be 100% positive, so... It's gonna be some nice cash here. There we go, 19 Cyro, wonderful. And now we need to go to sleep. And now we see what this thing is all about. Hopefully not a game end, because I am enjoying it a lot and I would be not too happy if that happens. Nothing happened. So much about that. Hold it there, sleeper, comes a voice from behind you. Don't you run. Cynical bounty hunter. Okay, I'm gonna hold my ground. Good, good. A hand pats you, your coat down. You know your master's voice. Ethan spins you around. He's wearing a white smirk and a slick jacket, and you immediately know he's a terrible news. You got all the way out here and then stayed put? He laughs a cruel laugh. That's a sleeper thing. You're my first. You barely hear him. You've noticed the handgun he has leveled at your chest, and it's hard to take your eyes off it. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring out from a belt loop without taking his eyes off you. Making it to the eye though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or of god-forsaken moons. He splits the ring into 2 perfect cycles. It's hard to hit civilization where there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrists. Go easy. Okay, we're gonna make a break for it. You see a chance the moment his eyes leave you to watch the rings. You spin, knocking him away and sprinting down the corridor. Then he shots rings out, echoing off the metal so loud it hurts your ears. A bullet hole smokes in the wall beside your head. You freeze and Ethan closes the gap. This is a very boring routine. Trust me, I've seen it all before. He slips the rings over your trembling wrists. Ethan nudges you to start walking. To the ship and home, he whistles. Going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. We can work this out. Can we? I don't see much in the way of assets in your possession. Oh, I have plenty of stuff, dude. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Shame to come all the way out here just to head back to SNR right away. That tracker of yours makes this too quick. Was hoping you'd put up a bit more of a chase, you know? A running battle throughout the bright market maybe, or a holdout in the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I ask around. You walk on in silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That SNR tracker will be the death of you. Hey, I have an idea, Ethan interrupts your thoughts. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. He laughs at his own joke. Well, I have a better idea. This better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, muses Ethan, I've got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are, in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate systems, and we're heading for the exit. He pauses, and you trudge in silence. Okay, here's the idea, starts Ethan. You and me, we make a little arranged agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye, I shoot you. You plot or scheme, you try to kill me, I shoot you. But, he smiles, you come meet me at an establishment of my choice. Every few cycles and you pay my tab, I don't shoot you. He pauses. You don't pay my tab? He rattles his handgun. You get the idea. I get it. Okay then, that sounds to me like a deal. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was going to have to kill you, but this is so much better. He clicks something at his belt and the rings release from your wrists. I'm going to see if I can find my old stool at the compressor club. Come see me there. He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you, that body of yours is one big tracker, so don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know. Ethan turns and strides off down the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? Right. Okay. Pay Ethan's tab. Maybe if you manage to pay his tab, Ethan will leave you alone. Wishful thinking perhaps, but what else can you do? Wait for Ethan to run up a tab. Compressor club. Ethan's tab. You see Ethan at a distance shouting from the bar for more drinks. This bill isn't going to small, is it? This bill isn't going to be small, is it? So we bought ourselves some time here. Well, I feel like that was like a default thing anyway. Oof. Right, so yeah, we're gonna need to be more efficient with money and, well, it says fading here. I think I need 2 of my dice back, but like also taking these stabilizers. I feel like I want to go for self-repair. Use scrap components at home to repair condition. So we don't have to like need too many stabilizers, right? Yeah, I think so. So how long do we play with 3 dice? Is there like any other event that's gonna happen? No, it's just the stab thing. Okay, but I'm gonna make a cut here. And we'll see where we go in the next video. Hopefully enjoyed this fun. Things are getting a little bit nasty. Have a wonderful day. Do some nice things. Be kind to each other. And let's make the world a better place together. Thank you all for watching. And see you in the next episode of Citizen Sleeper. The Neomer signing out. Bye bye.